Hello there friends, it's your local .hack enthusiast Redbard here with a couple more updates for .hack GU last Recode that you may or may not have heard yet. So, I put out a video about everything we know about .hack GU last Recode so far a couple days ago, and for those of you who are a little new here, suffice to say, after 10 years, .hack GU is finally getting made in HD. And for those among you who were just hearing this for the first time that .hack GU is getting made in HD, at the very end on my end screen, I will link to the other video I did a couple days ago about everything else we know so far about last Recode, as well as the video that I think wished it into existence. But the bottom line of that other video is that to celebrate .hack's 15th anniversary, Bandai Namco is releasing an HD trilogy of .hack GU. It's going to be available in Japan for PC and PS4, and there is no set release date yet, but they did note that it is about, quote, 80% done. It hasn't been confirmed anywhere else in the world yet, so we don't know whether or not this is going to be available in English, but as you're about to find out, we have reason to believe that we now have a much higher chance of getting that. Outside of that, the only other changes we know so far, there's a couple of them, but the most notable ones are that the avatar battles are going to be much faster, the menus are going to be a lot more streamlined, the graphics are going to look fantastic, and a couple other little things like that. Again, you can check out the other video to get the full details. So, I made a video about everything we know about it so far a couple days ago, and Bamco and the fans have been on it! We have been getting information every single day in the last couple days. Something new would happen every day, so I figured it's a really good time to update you guys and make sure everyone's up to speed. So since I made my last update video about .hack GU last Recode, a couple days ago, there have been 3 major updates to the situation. First and foremost, and definitely probably the most well-known among this, is that .hack GU last Recode has been trademarked in Europe. So what does this mean? It means that it's really stupid for Bamco to go waste their time and money getting a trademark for it if they're not going to release it in Europe. So if nobody else in the world gets it, Europe, there's a pretty good chance you're gonna get it for the first time ever, so congratulations. But if Europe gets it, that means it's almost definitely gonna be in English, so there's no reason for Bamco to release it in English in Europe, and not the States, and hopefully Australia would be really nice too. At the very least, this is a pretty good indicator that if we get nothing else, they'll probably do an English release of a Steam version. Number 2, the very same day I released that first video on .hack GU last Recode, where I explicitly stated that we hadn't seen screenshots yet. We haven't seen any screenshots, so even though they're saying they're going to up the graphics quality, we don't know exactly what that's going to look like quite yet. A few hours after I uploaded that, they went and uploaded some screenshots. I don't mind. So I'll put those on screen now so you can see them. They're beautiful, they're HD. Doesn't really show us too much of what I bet the game will look like. Here's a comparison shot for reference if anyone wants it. But most notable is another image they released of what appears to be Haseo's eyes. Now, in the interview that was done with Famitsu when this whole thing was announced, they noted that there would be a, quote, Haseo you don't know. So a lot of people are guessing that this is that Haseo that we don't know, that they're probably just going to be giving him another form or another costume. Why? Because as the skin in the eyes and the red markings on the face would have us believe, this is probably Haseo. And his only outfit where he has bangs like he does in this picture is his Xth form. And his Xth form markings on his face and the markings on his face in this new image don't match up. These are actually the markings that he has in his first form once he gets all the levels sucked out of him. And in the Roots anime, it does kinda give him bangs sometimes, but not nearly enough to make me think that this is just supposed to be him in that first form. Now, I'll tell you what this makes me wonder. This completely opens the floor to talking about DLC, because if this is in fact another form of Haseo, does that mean that something like costumes is within the realm of possibility? Like, is it possible that they could make DLC costumes? Can I dress Haseo up as Sora? Can I put Entrance in an elk costume? In fact, why stop there? I would love nothing more than to see Azure Kai dressed as Gardenia. I think that if done correctly, adding DLC to .hack GU could be a wonderful decision. I think if it were things like extra side quests, extra weapons, extra items, like we were mentioning before, costumes, I think that's my biggest one, the one that I'd like to see most. Themes for your PS4, you know, stuff like that, I think it could be wonderful. I think that would be especially golden since the forums basically act as DeviantArt, so look me in the eye and tell me you wouldn't want this as your screensaver. Let's be real. So the possibility of DLC and extra costumes, love it, hate it, comment and let me know your thoughts. And the final piece of news, and probably the biggest piece of news, is that now there is an official website for the .hack 15th anniversary. I'll leave a link to it in the description. Right now it's only in Japanese. I haven't been able to find a full translation of the website yet. If anybody knows where to find one, please comment with it and I'll put it in the description right next to the link to the website. But other than giving us a logo for the 15th anniversary and a really nice phone background with the main characters of the main 3 series in it, this site doesn't really offer us any new information, although at the bottom it does link to little sites about most of the main entries in .hack, at the very least most of the main games, like the mobile game that's in Japan, the original series, Link, GU, and the Trilogy movie. And none of these sites really do anything. They give you a trailer for the game, they tell you information about it, at least that's what I think they're doing, but again, there's no translation available. If anyone has one, please let me know. But it is a website nonetheless, so that means that this is a major project and there's probably more to come with it. And that's something that was also mentioned during the Famitsu interview, is that there is more on the way. So this affirms that, so I think it's wonderful. So that's the rest of the .hack GU last Recode updates we've got in the last couple days. I'm really impressed and ecstatic that they're being really good about conveying information to the fans, about making sure we have constant updates on this. So thank you for that, Bamco. Like I said in the last video, anytime any super major news comes out about this, like a good batch of news, I'll make a video updating this because, again, I want people to be up to date with this, and I want people to know what's going on, because I really want this game to do well, because it'll tell Bamco that Japan isn't the only country that really likes .hack. And with it being so hard getting new fans into the series, because they're so goddamn expensive.
What did you just buy?
I bought .hack 14 for $150.
Having an HD remaster is really great, not just for the fans who can now re-experience it, but for people who want to get into it more. And that's the whole reason they said that they're making this, to get new people into .hack. It's been so long. So again, spread this around, make sure everybody knows, make sure especially that Bamco knows that we want it. By the looks of the European trademark, it looks like they at least are kind of aware that we want it, but we won't know anything for sure until we get an absolute confirmation. You know, I said this in my E3 wishlist video, but you know what, Bamco US? It is not too late. The minute you confirm an English release, I will personally send you a muffin basket. I know I said that sarcastically in the video, but by all means, I'll do it. One other quick little last minute addition, I'm also going to be leaving a link to a .hack Discord in the description. It was made by the people over at the .hack network on Facebook. It's a really active .hack Facebook page and group. I'll also go ahead and leave a link to the group in the description since I'm putting a lot of links in there anyway. But yeah, if you're looking for more people to talk .hack with, or if Discord is just a really good way for you to see news faster, then by all means, open invitation. Don't forget to comment with your thoughts and opinions on all this news about the .hack GU last Recode release in general. If you have any predictions, if you have any particular hopes or aspirations for it, feel free to comment with that too. I really like knowing what people have to say about this. I want it to hurry up and come out. I'm working on some non.hack related content too, I swear.